So here's another update. This is our orchard in the wasteland. What you're looking at now is a hazelnut tree. I've got 2 hazelnut trees that I was given by a friend. So there's that one, well, that one there, and then there's one over there. You can see one's doing better than the other. The other one's, it's quite large. I should have hacked them back before planting them, but the buds and things on them are all there. They're just taking their sweet time to come up. This is a cherry tree. Now, I didn't know this about cherry trees, but apparently there are some that are basically self-pollinating. So this one doesn't need other cherry trees to actually get fruit. And you will observe that there is fruit on him, so he's doing all right. So these aren't fenced yet, so we're trying to do everything we can to keep the wallabies out, because you'll see, especially on this fellow, that they've had a bit of a chew on them. But I'm happy to say there is some new growth right there on them. Now this one is a Meyer lemon, so Meyer lemons do really well in, well, really well might be an exaggeration, they do better in Tasmania. Citrus isn't really, it's too cold down here, but that's the idea about putting all these big rocks around it, to try and add a little thermal mass. I'll build them up bigger as time goes, just sort of pocket these in amongst the rocks to make them have a bit more heat in them. As you can see over there, I've got no shortage of rocks, and that eventually is going to become a potting shed once I put a roof on it, made out of massive pallets. This fellow's doing okay too. Which one was this one? Again, it's another citrus, obviously. That is a limequat, and they're supposed to do quite well in cold areas. So a mixture of a kumquat and a lime. This is a kaffir lime for cooking Thai food. So these ones you use the leaves. There's something going on there, probably some sort of pest or deficiency, which I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I make a terrible botanist. Here's an olive. Olives are supposed to go quite well down here. It's been absolutely brutalised by wallabies, but we've that's why we've surrounded them by pallets to try and keep them out. But he'll grow back. So what we have here, the yard is fenced, and there is an electric fence hot wire running over there, and still. So I need to fence the orchard some more as well. But I think I'm also going to have to cull some of the smarter wallabies that have figured out how to be in here, and which will also provide pet meat. Unsurprisingly, this is an apple tree, and it's doing smashingly well, since Tassie is known as the Apple Isle, because it kind of looks like it, and apples grow well here. So that's a Red Delicious. He's doing well. These are the couple of old implements. So my idea for paddocks, when I start building some paddocks, I'm going to put each one of these old implements in it, even though that tine plough is actually still useful, and then name the paddock after the old implement that's in it. A bit more interesting than 1, 2, 3 or ABC. This is a Granny Smith, again growing perfectly well. He's happy. And then lucky last, and I'm happy to report, so I did come and look at this one a little bit earlier. There's this one was absolutely brutalised by shock of transplant and also wallabies, but we do have some new growth there. That's a mandarin tree. So funnily enough, the mandarin is supposed to be the best and hardiest in cold climate, but it's the one that's done the worst. And there's the other hazelnut. So we should get something out of that. They're growing quite well. And I forgot, I do actually have some more citrus trees that we'll walk over to and have a look at. So that's going to be the main orchard. It's about 1/4 of an acre is the plan, and that'll be fenced up and seeded some grass, because I know this looks like a wasteland, and I've proven this time and time again, and I'll show you over here. It's the bloody wallabies. They eat everything. Not only, I've also seen another patch of ground which we had as a test. Not only do they eat all the new grass, which you'd expect, they'll eat the bloody seeds. So we've seen them actually forage through and pick the seeds out of it. So we've gone from having like 50 wallabies in the house paddock, which is 4 acres, 50 a night, down to a few. So I have seen more grass actually start, but we're still getting probably 5, I reckon, a night. So this fellow is a pair, and he's doing quite well. So there's pear, quince, pear, quince, pear, quince, because I like quince paste with my cheese. Now this was the one that I was worried about, but he finally is doing smashingly well, covered in buds and happy days. So there's amongst the bracken fern that I've got to cut down. That fellow's doing well. He's a pear. And a quince. Pears and quinces, again, they do well here. It's citrus that you've got a problem with. So let me show you over here on the plum tree that I have, which I planted last year. That's an alder over there. But can you see where it's really fenced? There's plenty of grass. And there's a plum, which is doing fine. And again, lots of grass. But hopefully it'll come. But here's the idea. This is all fenced like this, and there's a hot wire running on the outside, which you might be able to see the white one just on the other side here. Still have wallabies. Need to go around and check all the fences. There's still going to be places where they're getting in. They're getting in under the fences, despite, which I'll show you over here, basically razor wiring the bottom of them. It discourages them, but it doesn't stop them. So we're going to have to put even more wire underneath there, and maybe even bricks or gravel or a piece of steel or a piece of wood, something to make the gap as small as possible. But they keep just coming in and coming in and coming in. So unfortunately, I'm going to try and whittle them down to the very smartest ones, and then unfortunately, with much regret, naturally select them, because I'm sorry, but I want some bloody grass. Anyway, so there's the burgeoning orchard amongst this dusty wasteland. Thanks for watching.